So interesting story. So I went to an adult club in the big city here and ended up meeting a couple, and instantly we connected. It was a very brief encounter. They were actually presenting at this adult club, and they were, I guess, in a way, maybe a little bit well known in the community. I mentioned that I was a master's student studying psychotherapy. I mentioned that I was studying to specialize in ethical non-monogamy, and they caught interest in that. They do a podcast, so they wanted to collaborate with me. I didn't realize that this couple was from Southern California. They were visiting Toronto. They were just here for a couple weeks. So the fact that I was at this club for the first time ever and happened to bump into them was pure happenstance. So my travel bug started getting to me. I decided, why not go see them in person and do this podcast with them in person? So I booked a trip to California, and it was very exploratory for me in general. I dedicated my trip to love and connection. And so when I was there, I was mindful of connecting with other humans and really focusing in on what love meant. And the first half of my trip was very exploratory on my own. The second half of my trip, I spent 4 nights with a swinger couple. It was one of the most opening, freeing, beautiful experiences I think I've ever had. This couple has been together for 35 years, and they were more in love, showcasing love in various ways in their home, out in the community, how they speak with each other, their nonverbal communication, in ways that I don't even see sometimes new couples and new phases express themselves. So then I became a unicorn for a weekend for 4 days, which was a very new experience for me, not only because I hadn't had much experience with women, but being that third in a situation where there's really solid love and there's a strong foundation was so amazing. To see their connection amongst, their integration with me. I tried things I had never tried before. And now having come back to Ontario, I still talk to them. I'll message them late at night, sometimes when I'm getting home late from being at work or being out with friends, and they'll still be up and we'll chat, we'll have phone calls. They appreciated the fact that I was polyamorous, but they also indicated they were not. They are a swinger couple, and it was very different than people I had been talking to or engaging with. But I remember a recent phone call that I had with them, and they pretty much said that I am part of their polycule, which was really adorable and really cute and really sweet. The connectedness that we still have is fantastic, and I know I'm going to see them again in the future, whether they come to Toronto and do their stint here at the adult club that I'd met them at, or I really want to go back to California. They pretty much told me next time I went, I wouldn't need to rent a car, wouldn't need to rent hotels. I'd stay the weekend with them or whatever time with them, have accommodations with them, and now I have friends there. I have lovers, I guess, there. And so it just really extended my world and my worldview. The key is communication and being open and honest with each other. And that was how this swinger couple has been successful with their relationship for so long. And the most beautiful thing is, I feel like this foundational concept, if applied to monogamous relationships, could really change people's lives. I'm learning so much with the complexity of polyamory. All I want to do is be able to share my experiences and help others realize that with relationships, if you have communication, it can flourish, it can bloom, it can change into things that you might not even know existed or never anticipated. So just thought I would share that really cool story. I don't know where life is going to take me now. All I know is I have learned so much from this journey so far, from all the heartache. There's been a lot of heartache with men who failed at a sense of communication with me. And I'm not going to blame them completely. I'm sure there was some, lack of communication from me, or maybe there was too much communication from me and they just weren't ready. I don't know. Either way, I want to keep growing and learning and experiencing human connection in these beautiful ways with the foundational components that I've learned over the last couple years, and just see where life takes me.